Short haul is an essential resource within the interagency wildland fire space, primarily used for the following purposes: safely and efficiently move personnel to and from remote and sometimes technical locations where ground access may be challenging. Provide immediate support during the initial attack phase of wildfires, as well as during larger ongoing incidents. Quickly transport injured personnel to definitive medical care, ensuring timely medical attention in critical situations. In this module, we will cover a brief history of the interagency short haul program, pilot requirements, capabilities and limitations, mission profiles, and mission planning. The National Park Service initiated its short haul program in 1982 and expanded throughout many of its parks. In 2015, the United States Forest Service developed and implemented its short haul program, benefiting from the expertise of seasoned wildland fire and rescue personnel. There are 8 National Park Service helicopter short haul programs located in Denali, Mount Rainier, Grand Teton, Mesa Verde, Yellowstone, Sequoia and Kings Canyon, Grand Canyon, and Yosemite National Parks. The Forest Service has 5 short haul programs located on the Bridger Teton, Okanagan Wenatchee, Helena Lewis and Clark, Coronado, and Payette National Forests. Each pilot applicant is assessed by the current Interagency Helicopter Pilot Practical Test Standards. The short haul evaluation consists of 4 sequential phases where the pilot must demonstrate complete control of the external load, treated as if it were human throughout the evaluation. Each pilot must demonstrate precise control of a non-human load, 4 to 6 feet tall and weighing 150 to 200 pounds, and shall use a vertical reference scan referencing the load and a 150-foot short haul line. The pilot is required to keep the bottom of the load 3 feet plus or minus 3 feet above the ground and stay within a 10-foot diameter circle for a cumulative 2 out of 3 minutes. A pilot applicant is only allowed 3 attempts in Phase 1. A pilot must control, maneuver, and precisely place a load on predetermined targets, exercising a vertical reference scan and a 150-foot line in an untimed evaluation. The bottom of the load must remain 6 feet or less above the ground as the load is moved between and then placed on target circles, which are 3 feet in diameter. The load may only touch the ground within the target circles. A pilot must insert and extract a non-human load in predetermined target areas where short-haul operations are typically conducted. The length of short-haul line is increased to 250 feet, and a spotter joins the pilot, emphasizing crew resource management skills. In Phase 4, a pilot must insert and extract a human load to and from predetermined target areas, and must employ a vertical reference scan and demonstrate crew resource management skills with a spotter. The pilot shall also complete the Using Units short haul training program after passing the evaluation. The following will also be evaluated by the pilot inspector: pre-flight briefing, hand signals and verbal communication, insertion procedures, extraction procedures, and pilot ground personnel actions in the event of an emergency. The decision to utilize a short-haul resource is contingent upon the following considerations: mission complexity, the nature and intricacies of the mission. Environmental factors, weather, terrain are crucial in determining feasibility. Duration and difficulty of scene access. How challenging is it to reach the scene of the incident? Is there a risk of changing fire behavior that could complicate the mission? What is the current state of the patient, and can they be safely transported? Are there any known or potential medical issues that could arise during transport? How long will it take to transport the patient to definitive care? Is there enough daylight to safely conduct the operation? Are there adequate ground resources available to assist with a medevac, especially if an on-foot carry is required within a critical time frame? What if you have a green medical, but you're faced with difficult red terrain? Consider the risk exposure to the ground personnel versus the transfer of risk to the short-haul team members. What is the best tool for the job, and what will provide the best outcome for the patient? The selection of a short-haul resource must be a thoughtful process that weighs all aforementioned factors to ensure both efficiency and safety in conducting the mission. Assess the situation and order what you need. One or two short haulers will be inserted based on the mission and limiting factors, with a complement of medical supplies that may include a medical haul bag containing splints, AED, BLS, and more for patient care, bomb-in bag for non-ambulatory patients, bomb-in screamer suit and Petzl-Pittagor for ambulatory patients, a minimum of one EMT qualified short hauler is recommended during the first evolution for a medical incident. 2 short haulers will be inserted for workload distribution and accountability. The short haulers will have a complement of fire suppression equipment and supplies, including fire line packs, hand tools, chainsaw, fuel, food, water, overnight gear, and other provisions to be self-sufficient for approximately 36 hours. A minimum of 1 ICT-5 or higher qualified short hauler will be inserted during the first evolution on a fire incident. What to expect when requesting short haul. Short haul operations follow established guidelines regardless of the mission profile. Upon receiving a dispatch for a short haul mission, the pilot and spotter assess the information and proceed with a reconnaissance flight if environmental conditions permit. During this recon flight, the spotter and pilot evaluate the scene, identify potential short haul and staging sites, gather environmental and aircraft performance data for risk analysis, and determine if a short haul operation is viable. The spotter assists the pilot with communication responsibilities, navigation, and stays alert for hazards such as other aircraft, wires, and changing conditions. When feasible, short haulers participate in the recon flight for clarity on the mission and to build situational awareness. If a ground contact is on scene of the incident, they may assist in communicating short haul site details such as size, slope, hazards, wind speed, and wind direction to the pilot and spotter. A short haul site may be as small as a 10-foot by 10-foot spot, as long as the opening in the canopy provides an adequate safety circle for the helicopter. During the short haul site evaluation, the pilot performs a hover out-of-ground effect power check over the site. The information collected during the power check is crucial for the ongoing risk assessment and ensuring aircraft performance is within its capability. Based on reconnaissance flight data, the pilot and spotter assess if short haul is feasible under current conditions. If accepted, the helicopter flies to a predetermined landing area to prepare for short haul operations. The spotter briefs the pilot and short haulers with mission specifics, and together they conduct a general assessment of risk. The helicopter is configured for short haul operations by the pilot and crew members. Short haulers ensure all personal protective equipment is donned and then perform operational equipment checks. The team confirms all equipment is secured and operational. All steps must be thorough, and all team members maintain open communication throughout the process to ensure safety and mission success. During a medical incident short haul operation, the spotter may request that the radio frequency is cleared for emergency traffic. The spotter will advise when initiating and completing short haul operations. The pilot initiates the final approach to the insertion site, slows descent, and stabilizes the short haulers on the line. Short haulers assist the pilot by calling out their distances above the ground and identify hazards to the pilot and spotter. All short hauler radio traffic must be concise. While these communications are absolutes, real-time or additional communications may be necessary. Short haul is a multifaceted resource in wildland firefighting, providing critical support in various scenarios. Interagency short haul operations reflect years of dedicated effort, innovation, and collaboration, continually progressing in operational efficiency, safety equipment, and capabilities. Helicopter pilots who earn short haul certification embody trust and competency in safely transporting personnel to and from remote locations. Understanding short haul capabilities and limitations is crucial for responding to a medical incident or a fire incident in a remote location. Short haul mission profiles, including specialized equipment and personnel requirements, informs your decision-making skills. Duty officers, division supervisors, task force leaders, and all crew members must understand how to use this tool. Knowing how short haul missions are conducted helps inform time-critical decisions on the ground. How you prepare now will determine future outcomes. Are you ready?